It's that's rock show two-member of Tomorrow's June.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, that's okay. I have an Australian Shepherd that barks at everything. So
Yeah, we have a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the shepherds, they're keeping us safe at all times.
exactly. Exactly.
So tomorrow's
Anytime.
June, but tomorrow's March. Do you guys just really like June?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we came up with the name, this was hilarious. So we decided we could not be a band unless we had a name. We weren't official. And we were like ripping off street signs around where we live. We were thinking about being the Blueberries for some reason. Nothing was working, nothing was hitting. And so we stopped talking about it. And he goes, "Hey, tomorrow's June," talking about the date. And me and our bass player at the time were like, "That's it, that's the name." And then what?
The next day was actually May 29th.
Yeah.
I was off by a few days.
That's a good, you're having a good time if you don't know the date. That's a good
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
We always say it was born of stupidity, which is most of the.
And I like the number 2 reminds me of like MySpace name days where we did numbers instead of letters. Why the number 2?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of love that.
I'm glad I had this like when I was younger. I was like, no, the 2's stupid. It's not going to work.
Yeah, you hated it.
I didn't like it.
He hated it.
And I got outvoted. And I'm glad I got outvoted because now it's like my favorite thing.
Yeah. And I like, so the burnt orange beanie, 1970s color, I dig it. It's on a lot. Is this like a signature sign now?
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of been my thing. I hate that I realized this later in my life, but I think I look good in orange now. And so, like, green is my favorite color, but orange just works. And I refuse to, we're Oakland A's fans, so we refused to wear orange for like the longest time because San Francisco, like we couldn't rep the Giants. And then as I got older, I was like, no, you know what? I look good in orange. I'm gonna rock it. So
I still won't wear it.
He still won't wear it, but it works.
I like both teams. Wherever I'm getting the most beer in the tailgating area is where I like.
Facts.
You know, I'm in West Sacramento down the street from the River Cats. We're stealing you guys. We're getting the A's down the street from my house. And we're all, I know you guys are bummed, but we're really excited. My kids play baseball. So we're going to go to all the A's games while they're here to enjoy in my backyard having the A's. So you guys are going to have to come to West Sac to see a game.
Yeah, right. And I think we're going to try to get 1 or 2 games in the season, but how bummed are you that they're not using the Sacramento A's?
I think that'd be really neat. I mean, I'm so proud of Sacramento. I teased it growing up here. I'm like, what a shithole small cow town. I'm out to LA, went to LA for a long time. Guess what I'm doing? The quintessential midlife crisis, moved back home to Sacramento. And I'm like, this is a beautiful city. I really love it and appreciate it. Yeah. There's no traffic. You don't have to pay to park. I can walk into any place and host really quick because there's nobody else doing shit. It's not like LA where you're competing against a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
the cool thing too is Sacramento's grown a lot over the years too.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to visit like when we were younger.
We were younger.
So there was not too much to do. But now it's like going
back.
Mini
golf place.
Which one?
Remember there's a mini, is it a Scandian as well?
Yeah. It's really, there's a batting cages, mini golf, like little roller coasters. Yeah. It's a cool, kids' birthday area. Yeah. If you have kids, it's cool. If you don't, you shouldn't be there because you're a pedophile hitting on kids. So yeah. So you guys aren't very far from Sacramento. You guys are in the Bay Area, which is a highly political area. It's always in the news, for marches and people going against the system. And you're punk pop. Do you think your band has ever been roped into politics or going against the man, or has that ever been a theme within the band?
No, I wouldn't say so. We're very well aware of the history and acknowledge the history that the Bay Area has with politics and stuff. There's 2 things. One, we are extremely stupid, right? So like
I like stupid guys. That's a turn on.
Yeah.
That's
so
not.
You don't need to hear our opinion on politics. But 2, there are definitely things that we, throw into some of our songs. Like, you can go figure it out for yourself. But for the most part, we're kind of just writing more about our lives and the things that we experience day to day. We are very blessed that, as of right now, we are, we have a good life, and we acknowledge that. So, I mean, that's just kind of where we're at. But
I feel you. It's just like the mecca center for California. I feel like for movements is the Bay Area, and so it's a hot spot.
Yeah,
I love and respect everybody, no matter how they think and feel. And I just think people shouldn't get so riled up and upset about different opinions wherever they are.
And I think there's a time and place to definitely talk to people, and when you're
and have those conversations,
and when you're willing to be open, those are my favorite conversations. I love talking to people with opposing views than me. But
yeah, me too. Especially on acid.
You have to be open. You know what I mean? Because then I can have an hour-long conversation. We can go back and forth, and then at the end of the conversation, be like, "Cool, let's go get a burger." You know what I mean? But if no one's gonna hear each other out, then
it's just a pissy.
That's when, that's when.
Especially if you take drugs. If you take like ecstasy or acid, then you have the conversation. Everybody's listening well, and maybe vibing better.
Maybe. I can't relate to that one.
You guys aren't heavy drug users over there.
No, I'm sober.
Oh, so, congrats! This is hot right now. Like I feel like being sober is in right now.
Yeah, being a drug addict was 3 years ago. So it had to be this. Or like forever. My life being bad.
I just feel like when I was younger and I was hot in the scene in Hollywood, everyone was drunk and doing drugs. It was the Paris Hilton at the club, Lindsay Lohan era. Like it was hot to be a fucking wreck. We were falling asleep like in the cabs going home. Now it's not cool. Like the hot 18 to 30-year-olds are like, I'm sober, I'm more responsible, I'm like and I'm like, damn, I wish that was in when I was that age, so I didn't wreck my liver halfway through.
Well, I think it has something to do with like just the state of like how we're living today, right? Mm-hmm. Like people can't afford to go drink at the club every weekend. We used to, I'm with you. Like when I just turned 21, we were at the bar every night.
Yeah.
We were.
You're right. I don't have extra funds to get wasted.
No, it's too expensive right now. And things are just happening so fast that next thing you know, you're like, oh, it's already midnight. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to rest after work.
I like to sleep. And now I'm too old to get my drink spot for me, so that's not an option. So it's like, I don't want to go out, and flirt with like a 75-year-old or something. So I saw you guys played in Sacramento at Goldfield. How was that show?
Amazing.
Yeah, that was so good.
That was definitely a bucket list for us. Just, there's certain venues, it doesn't matter how big or small. Like, I just have they're on the list of like places I've always wanted to play just because of the people that have been there, the tours that have rolled through. And that was definitely one of those, like, I was super excited. And we got to play with our buddies Blackout. And that was amazing. It was just a fun night. We got to tease them a little bit and, make those kind of promos and stuff. Mm-hmm. I had this grandpa character that I pull out once in a while and had him call Blackout and Hell Hearts Music shit because he couldn't understand the lyrics, and so that was fun. Like I got to do stuff like that, and it was cool. The crowd was amazing.
Yeah. Is there a band that you guys have as a goal to open up for?
Oh yeah, we're in this cool spot because we're on the poppier side of pop punk, and we kind of, I don't know if you're familiar with like 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yeah.
Like something like that would be a dream. So being able to open up for bands like State Champs, right? Being on a huge tour like that. And then maybe the next year going off with 5 Seconds of Summer or like the Jonas Brothers or something. Like we want to be able to do a good mixture of everything.
Yeah. And I feel like our music is kind of in that pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
At least for right now.
Yeah.
So
right now for sure.
But yeah,
pop punk.
State Champs right now change.
State Champs right now would be like a huge dream for us. Honey Revenge is coming out. I know they're on tour. We just opened up for Winona Fighter, and that was amazing.
Yeah, I saw that. I just saw them in Aftershock last year for the first time, and they were really great. At first, I was like, got the list of who to interview, and I'm like, what a cool, unique name. I can't wait to check them out. And they really brought it on stage.
Yeah, sorry if you can hear our dog
Oh, that's okay. Like I said, I know I jog mine now. And so I don't like to run. I don't like to work out or run or do shit. I have to run my dog before a fucking podcast or he is just looking out the window for females to walk by. Cause I'm it's like a giant park in front of my house. So if the female dog walks by, he'll fucking lose it. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Come on, dude. Bloodhound Gang's on. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care.
There was this video. Oh, sorry. There's this video.
Sorry. Yeah.
There's this video of someone asking, like, when dogs bark, do you think that they bark in English or do they bark in, like, do they think in like barking, and how do they understand that?
Is it
or
a dog
do they just
language?
make noises?
How stoned was the guy asking this question?
Really stoned.
That's a great question.
It's a high thought.
Yeah, back in my deep stoner phase, I asked a lot of wild questions in college that I don't think I would have thought outside the box as much.
Right.
So is pop punk like Taylor Swift and Gigi Allen got together and had a baby? Like, how would you describe pop punk?
No, I would say true pop punk is just a little maybe more melodic, stemming from punk.
Like the instrumentation is
definitely punk. It's I like to think of it, and I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but like
you're gonna get in trouble.
but it's
nobody
like,
gets in trouble anymore, right? We're over that.
Like, it's like kids that like wish they were like more hardcore, but like had really good voices, and they were like, let's put like some singing, some like love song type stuff, funny. We could do whatever, whatever the theme is of a song, but
so the depressed theater kids.
More depressed.
I like it. You want to go full-blown dominatrix, but you're kind of stuck in the vanilla phase a little bit. You don't know where you're at. I don't know. Okay, the Drake and Josh theme. Whose idea was to do that?
Oh, that was yeah.
Are you guys fans of the show?
Oh yeah.
Grew up loving that show. Definitely one of like the influences for us to be like musicians. Like, oh, he's so cool. We can do that.
Yeah. We grew up on the show, and when the pandemic hit, this is partially our fault. So that's why, if you guys don't know what she's talking about, we did this series on YouTube called Quarantine Covers, and they're all absolute garbage. But
they get better after each one.
It was entertaining. I liked it.
Yeah, and so we realized, we're like, shoot, we don't know how to use Logic or Pro Tools or anything. So we all got Logic during the pandemic and had to teach ourselves how to use it, basically. And we just tried our best. We made covers. We were like, if we can't be together, let's still release. Let's
just have some fun. Let's still be somewhat artistic.
Right.
It was also just keeping ourselves sane.
Yeah, just something, because we really couldn't write together, and we, it was tough during those 2 years. We didn't know what was happening. We were kind of like, is music gone forever? Or is live shows gone forever? Are we even going to be a band anymore? Let's just do these things and see what happens. And the Drake and Josh one was really fun. That one just
the last one of the first season, right?
Something like that. But it also has like the most views. It got like 40,000 views.
Yeah, I noticed it. It was pretty cool. COVID was really tough for me too. I ended up building a bar in my garage and hiring a stripper to perform and doing a lot of cocaine. So to pass time. And it ended up making it through with this stripper from Tahoe that would come down and perform in my garage. So thank God for her, Jenna. I don't know her real name, but her fake name was Jenna. And that's the only way I survived.
Shout out to Jenna.
Right?
Yeah, a lot of joy and happiness. So I saw you guys have been on Titanfest. That's my buddy Ryan that does Titanfest. How did you guys get together and collab for that?
Okay, so it started with a live stream. Well, I met him at what was the one festival we did?
The orgy at the festival.
Bittersweet.
Is it the orgy?
Yeah.
The Bittersweet Bash.
Oh, is that? Where is that?
That was in Modesto.
Mm-hmm.
And
I worked in radio in Modesto, and it was the shadiest, methed out area, and I loved it. It was really fun. Yeah, it's sketchy. Have you walked around Modesto?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is like Fresno. It's like,
I'm
if you want to get laid, you're gonna get laid when you play there. But it's gonna be like a 5 out of 10. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, sorry.
Noted.
So back to this festival. That's how
No,
you
yeah.
met, Ryan.
So we played the Bittersweet Bash. That was the first show that Blackout got us on, because we met Blackout on TikTok.
Mhm.
And then what's it called? We played that show, met Ryan, we were talking a little bit, and it was
They play that day?
they did. They played the very last
Oh, okay.
set, and we had to leave. So
I
we
was
missed their
hella
set.
sick that whole day.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
I
no.
was only able to like get on stage and then just get off, and I was just asleep at the
That's a
wheel.
trooper though. Like I show up. If I have to host a show and I'm sick as shit, I fucking show up. I do, and then I just pass out for like a day.
Yeah.
Like 20 hours.
That's basically
That's
what
pretty much
happened. And
what
it was
happened.
raining too, so like
Yeah, it was
everyone got
pouring.
sick.
Oh my gosh.
Equipment got wet and stuff. But so we met him there, and then Jay from Blackout was doing a like live, Instagram live or something. He added me on. Ryan came on. We're like, oh yeah, we met like prior, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And that whole live was just a shit show of us roasting each other. What characters we look like. He still has a screenshot of me looking like
Oh, was that the one where I
Edna.
Yeah, Edna Mode
Yeah, from
the
Incredibles.
Oh my
Because
god.
my hair was like at a bob at that point.
It was the awkward phase. It wasn't fully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
so,
right. So then that's when I first brought out
Bling
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 Boy.
Boy.
Yeah. And so we were doing all that, and then he was like, well, I got a spot. You want to come on? We're like, heck yeah. So we did that. And it was a really cool experience. It was a real like DIY type of show, and
Yeah.
I freaking loved it.
Yeah,
I
it was
love
so much fun.
Love Ryan. He is the best.
I love how much he supports the music scene and just puts his
Yes.
own money into
Yeah.
all these projects because he's so excited about it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that.
Ryan is a pure like music guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's so
Through
passionate
and
about
through.
everything, and I love it. And
Me
like
too.
that's something I think a lot of us should strive to like be in that space.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. We did a podcast together at my house like years ago, and we took edibles before, and we couldn't use the podcast because we were just like drooling and out of it. And it was just like, man, dude, in our heads, we thought we were making sense because we know I think we're autistic with our music facts. Like we know an odd amount of album names and song
Sure.
choices
Mhm.
and bands. And so we were going on and on and on. But then when you listen to it sober, you're like, oh, dude, we're out to lunch. We're not on track. But yeah. Can I ask you guys fun questions?
Sure. Go for it.
Okay. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
A cheetah.
Raccoon.
What?
Or-
so, okay,
or
a cheetah runs
chimpanzee.
fast, a raccoon steals shit from your trash can. Why are we doing this?
I love raccoons. They're so smooth brained. They're dumb. I wish I could live in that bliss.
You're
Yeah.
pretty close.
That's why I just want to get over that threshold.
I like
need to put
sloths,
some sandpaper
honestly.
to my brain.
Like
Sloths.
sloths cuddle and hold you all day and don't do a lot of shit. And that's like goals for me.
Yeah, but they
so-
fall and die.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Really? Oh, I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
God, I've
Yeah,
fallen a lot
most
and not
sloths
died.
die because they just fall asleep in the trees and die. they fall down and die.
Shit. Maybe that's how I'll go out one day. Like I've been really lucky for years. I'll just pass out in a tree. Wait, and why a cheetah though?
Wait, say it again.
Why cheetah?
Why a
Oh,
cheetah?
cheetah. Because they run fast and they stay skinny,
Because they're fast, dude.
and like I don't know, they can climb. They got like everything that I can't do.
What are
So
you
that'd be
running
cool.
from?
Nothing, but like if I was a cheetah, I could run away from things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially in the Bay Area. And if you're visiting Oakland and stuff, you're going to need to run fast. There's some sketch.
I'm gonna stay silent on that one.
Yeah, I'm just going to be honest. The only time my car's been broken into is San Francisco. So I don't have maybe the best experience.
You know what?
I'm
I
sorry.
have, knock on wood, I have a super shitty car, and no one even thinks twice about breaking into it
That's
because
so smart.
I think people are like, oh, I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if anything, we should leave some of the stuff we stole from other people in his car.
Because he's so
That's-
poor.
Yeah.
That's how, like, I don't think I'm going to get raped by myself walking out of the venue because I'm so old. So they feel sorry for me. Like when I was young and hot in my 20s, I was like, oh no, I should have pepper spray. But now it's like, dude, I'm ready. Like, take me. And everyone's like, nah, I'm gonna get something, So I feel safe. So I feel that. But I have a nice car, unfortunately.
God.
Okay, next question. Worst place to have sex?
Worst place?
Worst place. Or that
Probably
you
like
guys
a
have
coal mine.
experienced even.
Oh,
A
no.
coal mine?
she said experience after.
Well, you don't have to, but what do you think would be like, that's a bad area?
That's what I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
What would be a bad area? SeaWorld?
SeaWorld would be pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too many kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
thinking more like in the water.
Like salt water.
I was thinking more so in the water.
Yeah, that would hurt.
I think that's a vaginal infection. I think that is like, you need to go to your doctor and get something after. Yeah. That would be
probably like the top of a roller coaster, because if you weren't strapped in, you just fall off.
In a koala enclosure. Because they all have chlamydia.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
No, they can't.
I heard they're banging and all passing along chlamydia. I don't know why I heard about that like years ago.
Yeah, I think it's like 98% of calls have chlamydia.
Damn.
So unless you have chlamydia already, then go for it. But
that's crazy. God, I've been looking.
I mean, it would be kind of nasty, like at a gas station bathroom, but like not like a truck stop where they're clean, but like somewhere like random, like.
Even the truck stops, there's like needles in the corner sometimes, random shit on the wall. I mean, that wouldn't be a turn on.
No.
That'd be gross. Okay, do you guys have like a favorite meme or reel recently that stood out to you and you liked?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't
say that
which one, but yeah. Every day.
I love the ones that you send us from the bands, all the really bad singers.
Yeah, there's some. You know what it is? Okay, so there's some like, a lot of people are trying to do music and stuff, and there's some that are like not as great.
They're bad.
That's a nice way to put it. Not as great.
Very political here, but
you can say they're bad. People say we're bad.
Yeah. But okay. My favorite part is not so much the video, it's the comment section.
Yeah.
The comments are what crack me up, because people are so creative with how they roast people now. And it's funny. We've gotten it's
become such an art.
It is. It's an art form in itself. And we've gotten some good ones too. Like the whole, like, I'm going to lie to you. This is awesome. That is one of the greatest insults.
I love it.
That we've gotten, and I've seen it on other people's too, but it's so good, and they deserve a free shirt for that.
You guys, I got in trouble a couple days ago in the comment section because it blew up and I didn't really look into it. So obviously I don't have a filter. That's why I did so well in radio for years. Bam Margera, love him to death. I had him by in 2018. So he did this huge, beautiful post just recently, a couple days ago, in a white on white outfit. I didn't read shit because I don't read shit. I just want to comment quickly. It was about he's sober now and he's a much happier man. Well, I, for shits and gigs, because it really did to me look like, hey, this looks like a commercial for AIDS medication. Well, it blew up and got hundreds of likes and went to the top. And it's about him being sober and a better version of himself and a better man. And I like fucking found out later. And I was like, oh, I feel like shit that like the top comment is me being like, it looks like AIDS medication commercial, dude. And so you got to be careful. You got to read through the whole fucking thing before you comment. But I'm known for doing those comments that just fuck people up. A lot of people don't like me because I'll just outlandish comment shit.
I mean,
I get it.
You can't be surprised, right?
Yeah. You can't.
It's on you.
Can't. Okay. What is the best way to purchase an instrument?
Steal it from your cousins.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I mean, we pass along.
Just watch a lot of YouTube videos on it, and like, if you really like the way it sounds and what people get out of it, then go for it.
I mean, do you go friend to friend? Do you go on an internet random website or into Guitar Center? Is there like a certain area you like to go into to purchase an instrument?
It depends.
I think it really depends.
It depends. Oh, hi, puppy.
How did you get in?
I guess you're coming. Come on.
Okay.
Go.
I love it.
See, this is our dog.
Oh,
sorry.
It's like, I want to be on the podcast. Why not? Like, thank God mine's asleep on the couch behind me because he'll just get up.
Hey, stop. Up. Come on.
Does he ever come on tour or come to shows or is that?
No, he's
way too big.
He's too big and he's.
Oh yeah.
He just wants attention right now. I would say like guitars really depend. If we can get our hands on something like at a Guitar Center or something, or order it to there so we can pick it up personally. Then that's more ideal.
More ideal.
I bought my recent guitar off Sweetwater. Just
kind of sight unseen, right?
Yeah, just one. I thought it looked super cool, and I just kind of trusted all the reviews. I was like, all right, I'll take a chance on this. And I got the floor model, which made I got to spend a lot cheaper, or wasn't as expensive. But I mean, Facebook Marketplace too. It's got hecka instruments.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Hecka gear
on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of
like when I bought my guitar, I just spent like 3 months just like looking up reviews, like different playthroughs with it. And then eventually I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna pull the trigger.
Yeah. What do you guys think grows a band faster, social media posting or touring in person?
Okay.
I think it goes hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand, but you can, like, I'm not going to sit here and act like social media can't blow you up overnight, you know?
Yeah.
It takes one video to really
just
kind of get the attention out there. Now, what you can't do, though, I think, is have longevity without touring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you need to be able to put on a show. You need to be able to kind of think of these things that bands have been doing in the scene for a while, right?
You have to know how to control the crowd. You have to have stage presence, which a lot of times and it's not a knock, but like if you're going just from making music in your bedroom just to, here's 300 fucking people. It's like, it's hard to make that leap, you know?
Yeah, you're learning in front of thousands of people instead of 2 or 3 like we all did. But yeah, you definitely need touring. But like, just I think simple answers, you can definitely, get more traction and stuff online. It's a new day and age, and it's not so much that like there's not enough room for everyone. It's just there's a lot more bands, there's a lot more artists, solo artists, there's a lot more duos and stuff like that, and every genre has broken down to 17 different genres now, and all the things that we thought that used to be super niche are not as niche anymore.
There's a lot more ways to find bands, like a lot more outlets to find music, and
100%.
That's good. But I'm also old fashioned in the sense that I could like something I find online, but I really want to see it live in person to fall in love with it.
Yeah, for sure. But will you give it a chance? Like if you find it online, will you be like, oh yeah, I'll go see them just to give them a chance?
Especially if they're 21 to 25, they're really young and hot. Fuck yeah, I'm in. I'm like, you are good looking. You put me on your list. I'm going to cougar it up and like probably come hit on them and go to their show. Yeah. Speaking of, I'm hosting Still Panther at Ace of Spades on Saturday night. So I've been posting stuff, but everybody come out. And I like to do this online virtual thing, but I also love to go in person in Sacramento and still host shows so I can actually meet people and be like, I'm still alive. Hi. I know I did a lot of drugs, but I'm still kicking it. And do a little bit of both, Yeah,
for sure.
Okay. What do you guys think about fucking on the first date?
I'm down for it.
Someone booty call right now. It's happening.
that was such
good timing.
The bitch was like, yes, I'm here. All right. All right.
I mean,
I have no self-respect.
Do you like to wait? Do you like second date, third date? Like I'll be honest. So I'm a second date. I know as wild as I am and as wild as I sound, I have this weird thing. It happened by accident. I didn't plan it. I don't fuck now on the first date because I want to go home and think about it, sober up, and then I want to fuck you on the second date. Like I'm a second date hoe for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think on the guy side, it's if you're feeling it and and your partner is cool with it, then cool. If not, then you gotta wait.
Try not to Bill Cosby them, right? In the drink and just
That's
make
pretty
you
easy.
don't need to try
You don't
to
need to
not
try.
do that.
It's pretty easy not to.
It's pretty easy not to rape. Like, just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I vibe. Yeah. Okay, would you guys pick between a small car? So I dated, I'm not gonna lie. There's been some wild stories that I can't get into on the podcast in Hollywood. Like me and my friends joke, me and my old roommates were like, there's some shit I can tell, and that's because it's not illegal. But there's some shit I cannot get into that was nothing too bad, but it's on the line. It's on it's on the border. Yeah. Okay, would you guys choose between a small car or an SUV?
Small car.
It's more convenient to have a small car because I love my small car. But if I could afford an SUV and like just drive around,
I have a mid-size car right now. I have a Jeep Renegade, and even that on gas is like a pain in the ass.
Do we have unlimited money for gas?
Yeah, this is just make believe.
If we have unlimited gas money,
a monster truck.
Yeah. I'm getting a truck.
We got small dick all around though. Watch out with what you say with the small.
We're aware of that.
Yeah, we'll just put a sign up. That'll be fine.
I love it. I already joked. I got with a micro penis one time and I did a whole bit on air about it. But I was like, I like small dick. I'm like a weird, like I'm in the small dick club, but like not micro, like where it's non-existent. It's pretty. Have you ever had a friend and seen it and it's been like really tiny?
No.
Oh God.
It's
out there. It's out there, let me tell you. Okay.
I'm the smallest.
Do you guys think that college is necessary nowadays or not necessary?
Okay. My mind has just changed on this.
No, me too, like 5 years ago.
And it's not because it's not because of like education purposes. I'm thinking about a job market. Like, okay, me and him were on like a search for a job, right? We're going through Indeed, we're going through all this stuff. And every single job is requiring a bachelor's degree in nothing specific, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, I go, I got over 10 years of working experience. Why, you can teach me. I'm a fast learner, this, and that.
Yeah.
I have good references. Wouldn't you want someone like that versus someone who just got out of college who's never worked?
Yes.
Potentially. I'm not saying that's everyone's situation, but who maybe doesn't have the amount of work experience, and they'll start them off at a higher thing because of a degree, but that degree doesn't have to be in anything specific. What do you need that degree for then?
Yeah.
Right? Why is that a requirement to even apply?
Yeah.
And
I have a degree
really
and I partied really hard for 4 years. I did a lot of drugs in college. And I've had to use it on all of these jobs. I've never once had to show it. I think that's really fucking weird. Like Just start saying you have one, because I've never fucking brought it. I've never even scanned it or faxed it over to be like, here it is. It's like, what a waste of my grandpa's money when I was doing a lot of cocaine to have a degree and nobody wants to see it. Nobody, you're right. I didn't work. So I was a shitty employee in a PR firm for a while, but with like this weird degree that means nothing. It's a piece of paper. So now I went from like college is a necessity to I think it's a waste of time and money, and you should get on the job experience when you're younger.
Yes. So I would say both now, because it does not look like it's going to get easier in the future. Mm-hmm. So I would say go get a bachelor's in something easy. And if you truly don't want to do the school thing, like we didn't go to school, we didn't finish school.
We both went a semester.
Yeah, we both went to a semester of college, and
they were like, nah.
If you can muscle through it, do it early, do it like right out of high school. Don't take a leap year because you'll never go back. It's hard. And not a leap year. What's it called?
Gap year.
A gap year.
A sabbatical, or a gap year. Yeah. I saw a meme once. It's like shit rich white people do, and it's like take a year off. Like that's not normal. Like after college, I took a year off to go to Europe to party, And I realized later, like, that's not fucking normal. Like, people just don't go to France to fucking get blown out of their mind and bang uncircumcised penises and then come back and they're like, just kidding. Like, let's do this. And I've been very lucky in my life.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say go get a degree, go get yourself a job, get those 10 years. It doesn't have to be in anything, apparently. And then pursue your dreams after.
And if you're gonna do it, just go the cheapest route. Just go to like the
community college is so good. They have a lot of like great professors, and it's more affordable.
Most of the time, like all the JC professors out here, they're the ones that are also working at Cal and Stanford.
Yes.
Then they come over here because they just want to teach this. They just like the subject so much, so they just teach a second class.
Job.
Yeah. I got bored.
The exact same shit.
And I went to Sac City for fun. And it was the professor from UC Davis that you would pay the same amount of money. And 5 years ago, I was like, you know what? I want to take some psychology and English courses again because I'm fucking insane. And I wanted to go to night classes and it was the same UC Davis professor at Sac City. And he was so smart and blew my mind with the book choices that he assigned and, his lectures. So I am a huge fan of, if you really want to do something, go to JC or affordable. Make sure you're serious about it before you commit to a university.
Sure. I mean, and obviously there's like the routes if you want to do something very specific, then you
want to be a doctor or lawyer, like my other friends that are highly successful. I wanted to be the black sheep and be like, yeah, I'm kind of poor. I'm in radio, but my other friends are all doctors and lawyers and they have these giant, they're like, Steph, we'll fly you out because we know you're like kind of poor. And so they all like feel sorry for me. And I'm just like, I'll bring the fun. I'll for sure like elevate the party. But they all have grown-up jobs. It's so weird. Like, we're in our 40s and they'll be like on the phone. I just got out of an operation. And I'm like, dude, I just interviewed a band. I'm kind of drunk. I think I'm going to take a nap. And they're like, we have another operation in an hour. And I'm like, dude, I may be asleep like after that operation with my nap time. So I am not on the same vibes as my friends. I don't know.
But you know what you're doing, what you like, though. And that's like,
I am.
I think that's the most important thing. I think for a lot of us that are like pursuing something like this, it's like there's some, even though it's like a hard struggle a lot and it's like costs a bunch of money that we don't have and it's tiring, we're sacrificing things. There's some part of it that gives us a peace of mind that like I'm not stuck in an office job that I completely hate because I gave up on my dreams 10 years ago. I'd rather be slightly broke and happy with what you're doing than really unhappy and miserable and you just have a ton of money and so you're like, cool, I'll take that vacation every 6 months to try to trick my brain into thinking I'm happy with what I'm doing. Right. Yeah. Well, because then that becomes a job too. Because you're like, I have to go do this every 6 months. I have to go spend a certain amount of money.
It's where I live. I live in a nice suburb and they have to fucking escape because they hate their job and their life. And most of them hate their husband or wife too. It's fucking weird. They literally are so miserable, but they like joint assets, make a lot of money. And I'm like, that is my nightmare, dude. I'd rather have cup of noodle and be single than sucking dick I don't want. No, thank you. That's not.
That's a beautiful quote to live by.
I just got, I'm going to make it a meme after this. Okay. So thank you guys. I've told you guys for almost all the 40 minutes. It's been so fun. So tell us more about Tomorrow's June, what came out today, plug everything you would love to plug on Stef's Rock Show.
Yeah. Okay. So our new single we're Tomorrow's June. You can find us on all platforms at Tomorrow's June with the 2. We got a brand new single out called Mrs. Dark Hair. That's doing pretty well right now. And we have a couple shows lined up. We haven't announced them yet, so just follow us on Instagram. We'll announce those soon.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of projects that we're working on that we're really excited about. Those will be hopefully coming out in the next month or so. Yeah. But other than that, we are stoked. There's a lot of things happening right now, so just stay tuned.
Stay tuned and follow you guys. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And I look forward to following you guys. And next time you're in Sacramento, you have to let me know because I want to come out and support you.
Yes, we will.
Awesome.
We will.